The Italian America show is sponsored by Full Sponsorship, Cento Fine Foods, trust your family with our family. The Bianchi Law Group, Dr. K, the management professor, the authors of the #1 international best-selling cookbook, Don't Cut the Basil, Dr. Mark D'Annunzio, National 4th Vice President, Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. The Grand Lodges from the following states: New York, Ohio, Virginia, Maryland. Long Shot Productions, get back in the game. ACMT, Excellence in Aerospace Manufacturing.
Hello, my name is Bob Bianchi, and I'm honored to be the National President of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, the largest and oldest Italian-American organization in the United States, with chapters in Canada and now 2 lodges in Italy, which we're so proud of. Our men and women have over the years donated tens of millions of dollars for our charities, scholarships, disaster relief, veterans causes, just to name a few of the things that we're doing. What I love about our organization is we aren't just a bunch of people on an email list. We actually have local lodges and state grand lodges that are actually working inside the community, doing some really, really amazing things to make a difference in their own neighborhoods and their own communities. So if anybody's ever interested, you could always go to the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America and sign up, because it's a great organization to preserve our Italian culture and to share in our Italian culture, but also to make a difference in the lives of others. I'm very especially proud that the organization actually has what we call a Sons of Italy Foundation. The foundation is the charitable arm of our organization. Another part of our organization, another arm, is the Commission for Social Justice. That is the anti-defamation and positive image arm of the order. But I'd like to talk to you a little bit right now about the Sons of Italy Foundation. The president of the foundation, Joe Sciame, has done an amazing job working as far as getting money to continue to be able to give the scholarships and charities that we give. And that's where we give it to, the foundation. And recently, we were able to, and I'm just looking down at my notes, the Doug Flutie Foundation, who we work very close with for autism, the Alzheimer's Association, and Cooley's Anemia are 3 of the many charities that we contribute to. And for the fiscal year of 21-22, since we've been virtual, and even though there's been a pandemic, we have been able to raise $172,000 to distribute amongst those 3 organizations. We're very, very proud of that. So what is to follow is going to be a presentation of Sons of Italy Foundation President Joe Sciame to the individuals, and we'll have some virtual checks to show you what it is that we're doing, making a difference in the lives of other people. So to all those who have done everything from bake sales and pasta meals and bocce tournaments and all the fun stuff that we do, that ultimately that money trickles up to the national organization so that we can make a difference in the lives of others. I thank you. You should be proud of the work you're doing. For those of you who are looking for a place to go where you can make a difference, we're that organization. So let's go to it and see the presentation of President Joe Sciame with respect to the checks given to those charities. Thank you.
Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen of the public. What a great time for the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America and its Sons of Italy Foundation. My name is Joseph Sciame. I am currently the president of our Sons of Italy Foundation. Having been in prior years, way back, it seems almost historic, back in 2003 to 05, I was the national president of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. And I can tell you that it has been a wonderful time in my life to have been a member from a grassroots lodge located in New Hyde Park, New York. And I mention that to you and to our audience so that you understand that the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America is a grassroots organization comprised of some 400 or more lodges or chapters in America that help to raise funds, which funnel through local lodges to the state lodges and then onto the national Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we have an incredible threesome over here. I'm the 4th person, but I'm least important because we're saluting today our charities. And in no particular order, I see there Craig Butler, who is the executive director of the Cooley's Anemia Foundation. which has its headquarters in New York. I see there Alicia Dorman, who is from the Alzheimer's Association, and Alicia and we have worked for many years now together. And we also have Terry Ladka, who is from the Doug Flutie Foundation. And by the way, there are many other foundations that the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America could help. But in our mind, these are our three national charities and three national entities who receive the money that we raise. So we're very proud to cooperate with them. A little bit of history. The Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America was founded in 1905, right on Mulberry Street, where many of us most recently heard they were having the famous San Gennaro Festival. That's a big thing in New York City. And so as a result, we were founded there and we grew. We grew to many hamlets, cities, and states in America. And somehow or other, in 1959, when the United States tax laws changed, we created our Sons of Italy Foundation. And what that meant is that people then could donate funds, which would be tax exempt for them. And in reporting all of their earnings and givings on their income tax return, it would benefit them. And we know in America, we're probably the most generous country in the world. And we give, give, give. And in fact, in major cities in New York, such as Chicago, New York, San Francisco, Miami, there are constant fundraising events that raise enormous amounts of money, billions. And so charity is the mantra of the United States people. We don't hear it about them that often, but that's really what we're about. And so what happened was that once the Sons of Italy Foundation was formed, we then decided to help various charities. And over the years, whether we began with the March of Dimes, which old timers were on street corners in Philadelphia, it said they were taking in coins and money, and they raised millions in those years. And then what happened with every earthquake or horror in Italy, every earthquake, disaster relief, volcanic eruption, Italy had called to us and we responded as an organization from 1905. In fact, if my recollection is correct, in 1906, there was a terrible earthquake in Messina in Sicily. And even as an early organization, the order then helped, even without being a foundation. So that's part of our heritage, our culture in terms of giving back. And so today, what we're doing is we're saluting our three banner organizations, and we're saying in a special way, we want to present to you officially the total sum of money that we have raised for you in the year 2021 to 22. Our fiscal year begins October 1, and obviously we're ending it September 30th, so we're now ready to make those checks final. And eventually our audience is going to see the checks that we have already transmitted to you. But at this time, what I would really like to do is to have each one of our presenters who are with me today, sharing the limelight, so to speak, is to have them say a few words. So Craig, why don't we start with you, our Cooley's Anemia Foundation, and perhaps if we have about 4 or 5 minutes from each one of you, that really will help the audience.
Great. Thank you, Joe, so much. It is a pleasure to be here with you and with everyone who's watching this recorded. I'm always thrilled to have a chance to get to be involved with our OSDIA family. And whether it's online or in person, it's always a highlight for me, and this is no exception. You know, for decades, the brothers and sisters of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America through the Sons of Italy Foundation have been very generously supporting all of those born with Cooley's anemia, also known as thalassemia, a rare genetic blood disorder, as most of you probably already know, which is disproportionately represented amongst people of Italian background. And I won't go into all the details. I do that at so many OSDIA events, but just suffice it to say that our kids that are born this way, they need lifelong blood transfusions, and it's an incredible burden, and all of the treatment that goes with it is an incredible burden. but it's because of the incredible outpouring of love and caring from the brothers and sisters of OSDIA that the Cooley Anemia Foundation has seen such amazing changes over the years. Children with Cooley's anemia who get appropriate care can now expect to live longer and fuller lives instead of expecting to pass away in their teens or early 20s. It is not unusual for us to have patients, if they're getting the right care, who can live into their 50s or even their 60s now. And with the very, very recent approval of the very first gene therapy process for thalassemia, it means that some of our patients are actually going to be able to be cured of this disease that they have been living with and fighting with and struggling with for their entire lives. It's not something for everyone, but for many of our patients, this is going to be an incredible game changer. And we would not be where we are today if it hadn't been for the years and years of consistent and amazing love and support from all of the brothers and sisters of OSDIA. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you have done and all you will continue to do, and say, without you, our patients' world would be incredibly, entirely, and terribly different. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
What's the secret to my famous margarita pizza? Fresh basil, fresh mozzarella, and cento.
People ask my wife, what's the secret to your bolognese?
A little of this, a pinch of that,
And cento.
Grandma passed on 2 family secrets. Saute, don't fry,
and always cook with cento.
It's no secret that the best tasting dishes use cento, San Marzano tomatoes imported from Italy, with nothing added, just authentic flavor for authentic Italian cooking. Cento, trust your family with our family.
Ne amo della terra la montagna, no passeggero, no passeggero. Severe frocce dalla Spagna, e vegate, io vegate.
What great news. That just means all that research money, it really helped. And obviously the next speaker knows all about research, because without the research, I don't know where the Alzheimer's Association would be. And so Alicia, please share with us some of your thoughts about where we're at.
Thank you, Joe. And thank you for asking me to join you here today. It's truly an honor. I'm Alicia Dorman, Director of Strategic Donor Engagement and Events at the Association. And on behalf of the Association and the millions of individuals and the families that we serve, I want to thank the Sons and Daughters of Italy in America for your unwavering support of our vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all dementia. The generous individuals who belong to your wonderful organization have raised over $1.7 million for our mission since 1995. And your support's really enabled us to become a global leader in Alzheimer's care, support, and research over the past quarter century. Today, thanks to generous and passionate partners such as you and your families, the Alzheimer's Association is accelerating scientific projects around the world so that one day soon, we can detect Alzheimer's early and accurately. We can more readily identify different kinds of dementia. We can help to mitigate that risk. We can have a powerful combination of therapies, and we can celebrate our first survivor of Alzheimer's disease and many, many more survivors to come. I also want to touch on the impact that our partnership with your organization has, and it goes far beyond the funds that you help to raise for research and to provide hope for tomorrow. The association also exists to provide help for today for the more than 6 million Americans that are currently living with Alzheimer's and the more than 11 million caregivers. And we cannot help those individuals if they don't know that it's available. So by making the Alzheimer's Association one of your featured national charities, you have let your members know that we are here for them. And then in turn, your members have passed that information along to their extended networks as well. Thanks to our partnership together, Your members learned that our national 24/7 hotline, and no doubt some of the more than 220,000 calls we received last year were from some of your members and families. Last year, the association provided care and support more than 7.5 million times through care consultations, support groups, education programs, and more. And I'm sure that members, their families, and their friends were among some of the constituents that we helped to serve. Partnerships like the one between the association and OSDIA are critical to the fulfillment of our mission to lead the way to end Alzheimer's and all other dementia. And we do so together by accelerating global research, driving risk reduction and early detection, and maximizing quality care and support. Thank you once again for your steadfast commitment and partnership. The impact that you have as an organization is truly incredible, and thank you again.
Wow, thank you so much. I was just thinking about how you all complement one another in allowing us to raise this money, because, Craig was mentioning younger children and Alicia speaking about oftentimes older people. And then right smack in the middle, once the kids are growing up, we notice that they have problems. And obviously autism is a problem for so many families. And so Terry, please share with us what the Doug Flutie Foundation is doing.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. My name is Terry Latka from the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation for Autism. I'm the Senior Director of Development and Operations here, and we are so grateful to be here with you tonight and everyone watching. As Joe, you said, our constituents run the gamut. So kids, teenagers, adults, we're here to support any family affected by autism. And the Flutie Foundation, and on behalf of Doug and Lori Flutie especially, are so honored to be a charitable partner of this Order of Sons and Daughters of Italy. The funds raised by your lodges make a deep, deep impact on families affected by autism every single day. And it is because of this long-term partnership that we've had with you that we're able to continue to make an impact and to continue to change the lives of families and individuals affected by autism. The emotional, physical, and financial burden an autism diagnosis brings a family can be devastating and life-changing. And the Flutie Foundation can alleviate some of these burdens for many families and individuals thanks to the Sons and Daughters of Italy. The needs of each family are unique, and we're able to make sure individual supports go directly to families and to autism-serving organizations in need of support. Individuals affected by autism throughout the country are getting access to and financial support for programs and activities that dramatically change and improve the everyday lives of people living with autism. And oftentimes, not only will change their everyday lives today, but they change a person's life forever. And we get to witness this every day thanks to your support. People with autism who have never been able to communicate with the outside world because they are not able to articulate their words verbally, are given assisted technology devices thanks to your support, and they're able to communicate for the first time with their loved ones and express their needs and their wants and their hopes for the future. Young kids that have never been able to attend a summer camp because the support and the accommodations have not been there for them, and we're able to provide that support for them, and oftentimes being able to experience what their typical peers experience every day can be a life-changing moment for kids with autism. And now, as the adult population, people with autism are reaching adulthood, we're able to provide those supports to get them into meaningful jobs and meaningful careers, and so they can be included and have productive lives. And that is all because of this long-term commitment that the Sons and Daughters of Italy have had in autism, and continuing to spread support and awareness. As Alicia said, it's not just about the funds. The more we talk about autism and how we can help families and individuals, that also supports our mission every day. We're also humbled to be here with these two great organizations. the Cooley Foundation, Alzheimer's. It's an honor for us to be part of this group of organizations that I feel are so inspiring and changing the world for many people today. So thank you for that. I also want to thank Robert, Justin, Joe, for your continued work to make the world a better place. It is because of organizations like yours that we continue to just, as you said at the beginning of this, just improve people's lives. And that commitment that you guys show to us is what helps us move forward and really push for productive lives for people with autism. Additionally, I want to thank Tony and Anita, who I spoke with a number of times this year, who led your autism committee this year. And just the work that they do is incredible. And then lastly, to thank every lodge throughout the country. It is really that grassroots commitment from each organization in each area that helps us, again, spread that awareness and help individuals in each of those communities. So I just want to thank them also. And thank you for having us.
We'll be right back.
It's an immense honor to be here.
I just think that this gala is such a great opportunity for kids all around the country.
And this means so much to me on an even deeper level.
You're helping a lot of young kids.
Hoorah! Thank you for this Lifetime Achievement Award.
I thank you very much, and I'm very honored.
May God bless you all.
Thank you for thinking I'm worthy of this.
We can sing in the glow of a song that I know of, where love is in joy, peace of mind.
What's the secret to my famous margarita pizza? Fresh basil, fresh mozzarella, and cento.
People ask my wife, what's the secret to your bolognese?
A little of this, a pinch of that,
and cento.
Grandma passed on 2 family secrets. Saute, don't fry,
and always cook with cento.
It's no secret that the best tasting dishes use cento, San Marzano tomatoes imported from Italy, with nothing added, just authentic flavor for authentic Italian cooking. Cento, trust your family with our family.
I know that all of the committee persons for all 3 charities, the chairs especially, they are going to be so delighted when they hear from all of you. And we've never done this before, so I think this is really a terrific show. And obviously, it's going to go live across the country. I know that our office manager, Justin Smith, does an incredible job of publicity for us and social media. So when this hits the ground, people will be very happy with it. I will also want to convey to you the best wishes of Robert Bianchi, who is our national president. He was elected last year in 21. He will complete a 2-year term in 2023. And I know if he were with us today, he'd be saying, go on, gang, go on, lodges, presidents, have your pasta nights, have your pizza parties, have your feast, have your festival, your dinner dances, your journals, because that's the way they do it. In other words, there is no specific model. There's no one event. So every local lodge can come up with its own plan and decide on how it wants to raise these funds. And to that end, they've been incredibly successful. And, you know, charity is one spoke in the big wheel of the Order of Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. We also have our wonderful scholarship program, where just imagine that throughout the country, annually, we're giving out close to $750,000 in local scholarships, state scholarships, and national awards. So it's really remarkable what we are giving back. And I say that because we are an ethnic organization. And, you know, we live in a multicultural world. And oftentimes people say, well, what are we doing for other people? We're giving back, regardless of who those people are. We don't look to see where they came from. We trust all of you are helping the people who need it. In fact, I would say we're acting like a seamless garment. We're taking care of children, middle folks, and the older folks, so to speak. And we're doing an incredible job. So we're coming to the end of our little brief meeting with you. I'm going to put my glasses on for this one, but I would like you to hold up what it is that we are awarding this year. So why don't we start with Craig?
That is a check for $66,000.
Okay, incredible. And that, of course, all of these awards were right smack in the pandemic. So it's a miracle what we've raised, what we've done. Okay, Alicia, we're up to you next. There it is, 64,000. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, and now Terry, $42,000.
Turns out that looks like you've raised 172,000, Joe, an amazing number.
That was done in the middle of the pandemic. That is absolutely incredible. So just that you know that we haven't stopped, we began the raising of money after the new president was installed. So obviously he now is into his second year, and we'll do this here next fall again, God willing, to show how much it is that we have been raising. I think that's phenomenal. So I can't thank you enough, as I say, I use the word, for allowing us to give our strength and energy to 3 important charities. And by the way, we are asked by so many charities, can we siphon off and increase it? But our board, the board of what we call the Supreme Council, and the board of the Sons of Italy Foundation tells everybody, don't come with money for other charities. You can support them privately, but for the Sons of Italy Foundation and the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, we want it to be for these 3 prime charities. You are our national charities, and God willing, we'll continue that on to the future. So again, thank you to Craig, Alicia, and to Terry for all that you do, and especially for our national office that not only receives the funds, but has and keeps full accountability for every single dollar. Thank you, and God bless you.
Joe, thank you again. And I do want to just reiterate how important these, and I'm sure Alicia and Craig will agree with me, these long-term partnerships are really what allow us to do the work we're doing. So we're so incredibly grateful for the continued support from the Sons and Daughters of Italy.
Craig, anything more?
We couldn't be here, and we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be where we are without you. And you have our undying thanks and gratitude.
Thank you. Alicia, anything?
Same as Terry and Craig said, tremendous work. We're so happy to be included among this group, and really appreciate the support of funding research today, and also helping all of the members and those living with the disease. So thank you.
Okay, and to our audience, John Q. Public out there, Jane Q. Public, we really welcome you to find out more about the Sons of Italy. Our website is very easy, www.osdia.org. Feel free to look us up, see all of our achievements, charity, scholarship, and membership. Thank you, and again, God bless all.
For more related topics in this series, please visit our YouTube channel, Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America.
For more information on Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America and how to join, please visit osdia.org. Please also follow us on social media.
Both www.osdia.org and www.osia.org will take you to our website.
The Italian America show is sponsored by Full Sponsorship, Cento Fine Foods, trust your family with our family, the Bianchi Law Group, Dr. K, the management professor, the authors of the #1 international best-selling cookbook, Don't Cut the Basil, Dr. Mark D'Annunzio, National 4th Vice President, Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. The Grand Lodges from the following states: New York, Ohio, Virginia, Maryland. Long Shot Productions, get back in the game. ACMT, Excellence in Aerospace Manufacturing.